Shalom, giving all praises, honors, and glories unto Yahweh, 𝐏𝐻𝐸𝐴HUSHA, double honors to the apostles and elders, and bishops of great millstone that told me this truth that rule well, and shalom to the elects gathered to the four corners of the earth. This is 𝐏𝐻𝐸𝐴H, and here we got an article, right? Liberal Utopia 2-mile-long vehicle encampment spotted in California. Right, so this is a bunch of people that went homeless. It's 2 miles of vehicles, RVs, SUVs of people that has gone homeless, right? Due to higher cost of living, due to lack of employment, which we've been saying through the scriptures, And we're going to go briefly through this article real quick. So it says, and we're going to get some scriptures. It says the growing number of homeless encampments has spread like wildfire throughout the San Francisco Bay Area. For years, lawmakers in the state have implemented progressive policies that have backfired, sparking a multitude of crises, including soaring crime, rising homeless, out of control drug overdoses, and population and business exodus. Right? People are exiting out of their business, and that's why there's been there's been a lot of closures, different businesses shutting down, different businesses closing, destroying the middle class. So it's going to be the haves and the have-nots real soon, especially the way technology is going. One of the latest examples of implementing failed progressive policies is the inability to effectively address the homelessness and drug crisis on a 2-mile stretch of road in Marin County, California, overrun by cars, tents, RVs, and trailers parked on the side of the road. And that's how it's going to be, bro. It's going to be like, fucking Walking Dead, like I Am Legend, movie with Denzel Washington. It's going to be like the Book of Eli, man, real quick, let's get a precept. Alright, this Book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 3, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be dark and right. So the grinding is ceasing. Work is ceasing in Babylon the Great, America, Egypt. A lot of people are losing their jobs, going on unemployment, resigning from their jobs, or either getting fired, because a lot of stores, there's a lot of closures. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. So this place is not, it's about to get worse. This is the beginning of sorrows. You can see the pictures, man. Look at that. It's 2 miles. Right? Many of the residents living in their vehicles are said to be from the surrounding area, many of which were kicked out of their homes because the cost of shelter and food spiked in recent years, with the whole hyperinflation. And now this, you got a lot of bank collapses, so we've been preaching about where all this is leading to. These are prophetic events, building up as a woman in travail. So why do California leaders deliberately choose to leave the homeless unsheltered and allow open-air drug markets that have transformed some parts of the state, such as 2-mile trip in Benford Road, into what appears to be a third world-like country? Is it the mess they created is too large to solve? It is. America is going to be like a third world country. And now they bringing in military troops, they saying, to combat people that's under these hard, like, influential drugs. So what an excuse to bring in the troops now, right? But we know it's, because of the lack of bread. Matter of fact, let's get that, because this is going to cause a lot of divisions, uproars of people, and civil unrest, man. Because it's going to be lawless out here, right? So they have to bring troops to try to keep things in under order. So let's get 2nd Esdras 15, and let's start at verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." And that's martial law. When people, when there's a new currency, and these new policies are in play, where you can't travel to state or take subways, right? Because you see how they even trying to ban gas cars by 2025. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." And this is why they also making these different climate to the laws, where you can't go to forest, you can't go here or there, right? Restricted areas. And so it says, "For because of their pride, and the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So people run out of food, they're gonna start attacking each other. Start eating each other's shit. People's gonna resort to cannibalism. That's how bad it's gonna be, man. Jacob's trouble. And real quick, we're gonna go straight to the point. It says, "I will send," verse 49, "I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death." So here's all judgment of the Lord, man. Soon we're not gonna be able to warn people anymore. It's gonna escalate. This is 2nd Esdras 16 and 40. "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So this is why us here, the men prophesying through the true name and true doctrine from the apostles on down, Great Millstone, right? And the believers, look, we got to prepare our minds to be as pilgrims on the earth, like the book of Eli, learning how to, prepare mentally, spiritually, that these things are coming, and having faith that the Lord is going to provide for you no matter what, like he did for our fathers in the wilderness, when Daniel was in the den, in prison, he still was being able to get fed and drink. Like the Lord said, my servants shall eat, and the rest of these people that don't want to listen, that receive benefits, as it tells you in 2nd Esdras 9 and 9, they're going to dwell in torments. Troops is going to grab people up, throw them in these, F camps with guillotines. So these things are prepared, And like Paul was saying that, we are content. I can't even see it. It's locked here. So we got to prepare our minds to lose it all, to endure hardness, for the Lord. Like Job lost everything, but he gained double at the end. You know, just like how we're going to reap what we sow. We're going to gain our reward for what we're doing. You know, so we can't have no attachments in this place, even for our lives. You know, seek the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know, we don't have nothing here. You know, we don't have a life here. There's nothing here that we own. You know? So, we got to prepare our minds to be on the run, to completely have faith in the Lord. Alright? Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry of sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation in the spirit. You're going to have a lot of people in lamenting. It's going to be a lot of lamentations, mournings, and woes. You know? So we must, that's why scriptures say, we must endure hardness. You know, as a good soldier, because it's about to get rough. Alright? It's about to get rough for a lot of people. You know? So get ready, man. Then with these gun laws passing, and then, hey, man, we're gonna need the Lord. So with that, till next time, say shalom.